الإسلامية، فالآليات موجودة والآليات مستمرة، وعندما تتم قراءة هذا البيان الذي يتكون من أكثر من 25 فقرة ستجد العديد من الآليات. شكرا لك.
شكرا. إبراهيم. أيوة.
Keir Simmons from NBC News. Your Excellencies, I apologize, I can't ask a question in Arabic, but while you were meeting, Secretary of State Ruubiyoon stood with Prime Minister Netanyahu, and the Israeli Prime Minister continued to justify the strike and said it sent a message to Hamas, and the US Secretary of State did not criticize Israel in public. What have you been told the White House message has been to Israel behind closed doors, and what assurances do you expect to receive from Secretary Ruubiyoon tomorrow when he arrives here about the future relationship with Israel?
Thank you. I assume the question is to Qatar directly, not to... First of all, let me say very clearly when it comes to the justifications of the attack and the aggression on my country. Using justification like sending a message to a group you have been actively talking to in order to get an agreement, to get your citizens back, the hostages, and shooting the mediator at the same time sends a very clear message to the international community. First of all, that you don't care about your own hostages. Second, that you don't care about international law or international rule-based order. And third, you don't care about mediation and the act of peace facilitation, which is a thing that you have been, as a country, involved in, here of course talking about Israel for the past 2 years. For us here in Qatar, we have been engaging very closely with the Trump administration. As you said, Secretary Ruubiyoon is expected to be here in Doha tomorrow to meet with Qatari officials. His Excellency the Prime Minister, in his visit to both New York and DC, had very excellent meetings with his counterparts over there and the American Vice President and the American President, of course. And we are having discussions over the next steps on what to do with this. But our message is very clear. This is an aggression that we will not accept. This is an aggression that we will actively work towards making sure that it is deterred and doesn't happen again. And the sentiment and the solidarity today by all the leaders of the Arab and Muslim world speaking here in Doha, the capital today of Islamic and Arab solidarity, was very clear. The actions of Prime Minister Netanyahu, the actions of his state, will not go without being in the eye of the international community for us to take actions to make sure that they don't happen again. And we are doing this as we speak. So Salih. تفضل معي.
Add one thing to your, it's actually one sentence. We also expect our strategic partners in the United States to use their influence on Israel in order for it to stop this behavior. We really do expect that. They have leverage and influence on Israel, and it's about time that this leverage and influence to be used. Thank you.
شكرا. إبراهيم تفضل. تفضل.
صهيب العصا، قناة الجزيرة الإخبارية. السؤال سعادة
الإسلامية، فالآليات موجودة والآليات مستمرة، وعندما تتم قراءة هذا البيان الذي يتكون من أكثر من 25 فقرة ستجد العديد من الآليات. شكرا لك.